In today's video, we're going to be talking about a significant update coming to God of War. On top of that, coming out of E3, we've got some information on Ghost of Tsushima, Sucker Punch's latest PlayStation 4 exclusive, and that game is shaping up very nicely. We also have a release date confirmation for Divinity Original Sin 2, one of the PC's best RPGs, and that's making its way over to the PlayStation 4. We've also got a brand new Battle Royale title coming to the PS4, and we'll be rounding out the video by taking a look at an excellent PlayStation 4 sale that has just begun, the Best of E3 sale. So first, let's talk about God of War, one of the best games of the year. It has already done incredibly well from a commercial standpoint, but Sony Santa Monica is still keeping in tune with the experience, and they are putting out an update for a New Game Plus mode. The new update will allow players to start the game all over again and face an even tougher challenge. PlayStation boss Sean Layden announced it at E3, but he didn't go even more in depth into exactly what we'll experience in New Game Plus, how much more difficult will the game be, and we don't have a release window for the update either, but good to see that Sony Santa Monica is throwing out an update for absolutely free. We don't have any DLC coming out for the game, and director Cory Barlog did say he didn't have plans for DLC for God of War, but hey, New Game Plus is absolutely free, and it's a feature that many of us have been clamoring for, so good to see that making its way into God of War on PS4.
You sort of feel the impact of every hit. It sort of shakes just a little bit, makes it feel like you really are Kratos.
We can. And a sort of robust loot system here too, something we really haven't seen necessarily in God of War to date. So it's just a different take and a really fresh and exciting take on a classic PlayStation IP.
We're seeing some light puzzle elements, it looks like here. Nice. Notably, you don't have to mash the button to open chests anymore.
And there's a lot of different kinds of chests, the animation.
Moving on from that, at Sony's E3, they focused on 4 games: The Last of Us Part 2, Death Stranding, Marvel's Spider-Man, and the new IP coming from Sucker Punch in the samurai open world title Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima director Nate Fox provided some information about the game during the PlayStation Live coverage, and he said all of this. You might have noticed that Ghost of Tsushima has some excellent visuals, while the visuals also have a strong focus on minimalism. There is no clutter, and this is a very Japanese aesthetic concept. The demo doesn't show the UI in order to have a better cinematic impact, but the game will actually have a UI, so bear that in mind. The lethal precision featured in the game is quintessential samurai combat. The game builds the tension before the swords even come out. The 3 words that set the tone are mud, blood, and steel. There is character progression in the game. Players have a lot of navigational options, stealth is an element, and the fantasy is about a samurai that has to evolve himself in order to fight back against overwhelming odds. The mission showcased yesterday is a side mission, and it's not a part of the actual main story. It sets the tone about the fact that at times good people make bad decisions. The end of the trailer with the duel between Jin and Masako is set in the open world. It's not an enclosed area. You actually see the Mongol reinforcements coming in the background. Ghost of Tsushima, from my anecdotal point of view, seems to have been the title that really took everybody by surprise. I think a lot of people were expecting something great out of Sucker Punch, but Sucker Punch isn't a studio like, say, Naughty Dog, where they're known by absolutely everyone in the gaming industry. But it seems like with Ghost of Tsushima, everyone took notice of this title, and unfortunately, we don't have a release window for the game yet. I would imagine that this would be a 2019 title. If I had to make a guess, it would be fall of 2019. Bear in mind that Sucker Punch hasn't released a game in a very long time, going back to infamous Second Son all the way back in early 2014. We're here in mid-2018, so they've been working on this title for quite a while. However, as an ambitious new project that Ghost of Tsushima is, you can see why it's taking them quite a while to put out a finished product. Again, hopefully we do see this title out by 2019.
Jin, you're late.
You're impatient. Where's the monk?
The bastards beat me to him. Now they're torturing him at the temple.
Come on.
You think the monk's a hero?
We need him, Masako. Down.
We could take them.
No. Remember Sago Bridge. We strike quietly. They kill the monk.
Moving on from that, Divinity Original Sin 2 was one of the best RPGs released on PC, and now it's coming to the PlayStation 4. That's been announced for quite a while, but we've got a release date as well. Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition will be releasing on August 31st for the PlayStation 4, and this is an RPG that you have to pay attention to. It is one of the best received PC games of all time. Currently, the title is sitting at a 93 on Metacritic. That is an incredible score, and Divinity Original Sin, the first title, did come over to the PlayStation 4, and it made a really smooth transition. You just have to go into the game not expecting your typical hand-holding consoleized experience. This is a game that really leaves you to your own devices, and you have to carve out a story for yourself, but after a little while, you get super immersed into this experience, and it's an experience you can spend a lot of hours in. It does have a bit of a learning curve attached to it, but after you get past that, you will be deep into this experience. And Divinity Original Sin 2 does introduce cooperative play, so if you want to play with a couple friends, the experience is going to be even better. Again, Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition releases on August 31st.
You were my home once. Before you were overrun by these elves, dwarves, humans. They meddled with a power they didn't understand.
Source. We used it for centuries to heal and to grow. But then the monsters from the void appeared, attracted by our forbidden magic.
The people turned to the Order for help. But then the Order turned on the people.
Those of us that remain are being hunted, and with good reason. One of us will ascend and become the god Rivellon so desperately needs.
We've been hearing a lot about the Battle Royale genre recently. The PC Gaming Show had 3 Battle Royale games that they showed off, and we've got yet another Battle Royale game coming to the PlayStation 4 in Realm Royale. This is a BR that's been gaining quite a lot of traction. It's coming from Hi-Rez Studios, and they told PlayStation Universe, quote, "We do intend to bring Realm Royale to consoles, but do not have a timeline at this point." Realm Royale currently is available to play absolutely free over on Steam, so if you do have a PC, it's not all too hard to run. Download it and give it a look for yourself. At some point, we will be seeing the game on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and the game itself is set in the Paladins universe, which is another high-res title, but it is a first-person shooter, of course. I don't know if at this point we're getting Battle Royale overkill. It doesn't seem like all the BRs have hit the market yet. You're just seeing them be announced right now. Battlefield Battle Royale, Blackout, Realm Royale, and we've got so many more other games. A lot of them currently confirmed for PC only, but if they do gain some sort of traction, I'm sure those studios will want to bring those games over to consoles as well.
Most important items at the Forge are the class-specific weapons. Each class has a different weapon made to suit their playstyle. These weapons are both unique and powerful, so make sure you try them all.
To be the last group standing. Realm Royale features 5 classes, each of which have their own unique perks and abilities. Once the game begins, you'll enter the Zeppelin and skydive into the realm. As you explore the world, you'll find weapons, armor, and abilities inside of chests around the map. These items will offer your character a number of offensive and defensive advantages as you battle other players. When you find items that you don't want to use, disenchant them for sure.
And finally, to round out this video, I want to take a look at the PlayStation Network's Best of E3 sale. We'll have an in-depth video going over a lot of the deals as a part of this sale, but a lot of good stuff here. Infamous Second Son is down 65% to $6.99. That's quite good. Infamous First Light, the standalone DLC, is 60% off for $5.99. The deal on Gravity Rush 2 is so insane, 35% off to $12.99. That is a ridiculous deal. Remember, that game already had its MSRP cut to $19.99, so to save another 35% on top of that, ridiculous deal for Gravity Rush 2, an excellent PlayStation 4 exclusive that went so under the radar. Dragon Ball FighterZ is seeing a pretty good discount, 35% off for $38.99. That's a game that's held up in value, so to see any kind of discount on that, that's rather good. Dark Souls 3 is 75% off for $14.99, great deal on that. Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony, 40% off for $35.99. I'm a big fan of the Danganronpa games. We on this channel really go to bat for that franchise. A visual novel series with an exhilarating story, one of the most gripping stories you'll ever find in a video game, so definitely give that a look if you're into more story-driven experiences. Burnout Paradise Remastered is 40% off for $23.99, not bad at all for that. Battlefield 1 and the Titanfall 2 Ultimate Bundle, once again 75% off for $19.99. That'll get you Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, and a bunch of downloadable content, so very good on that end. Batman Arkham Knight and Return to Arkham, both 50% off for $9.99. Assassin's Creed Origins, 50% off for $29.99. $29.99, so some great deals all around. There's a lot more deals to go over. Odin Sphere Left Tracer finally got a significant discount on that, 70% off for $17.99. That's a game that's really held up in value. And yeah, there are so many deals that we will definitely be giving this an in-depth look, so stay tuned for that. That is going to conclude this video. Let us know your thoughts on everything in the comment section down below. Sony Santa Monica Studio is not yet done updating God of War. We will be getting a new Game Plus mode in the future. We don't have an idea as far as what the release date for that will be, but that shouldn't take all too long to implement. Ghost of Tsushima by Sucker Punch is gaining a lot of traction right now, and the game looks really incredible. This is yet another IP that Sony is going to be able to add to their arsenal, and based on the details we've heard, what we saw at E3, it has a lot of potential to be one of the best PlayStation 4 exclusives, and that says a lot. Divinity Original Sin 2, one of the best PC games ever released, has a 93 on Metacritic, will be coming to the PlayStation 4 on August 31st, so be looking forward to that. Remember, that game is adding co-op, so tell some of your friends about it and you can all enjoy the experience together. Realm Royale looks to be coming to PlayStation 4 sometime in the future. No timeline at this point, but we will get it at some point. And finally, that Best of E3 sale, a lot of good stuff discounted as a part of that. We will have an in-depth video looking at the best deals as a part of that sale, so stay on the lookout for that. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching and goodbye.